Hi everyone.
We're not gonna watch the setting of Guild Wars 3, Stepping into Ancient Ore. I have not seen it yet. This came out like yesterday, I think. And it's gonna talk about the new game, I guess. Surprise. Okay.
Hi everyone. Colin here, Guild Wars 3 game director. I want to welcome you to our first look behind the scenes on Guild Wars 3. We want to invite you into the studio with the team at ArenaNet to share with you how and why we make decisions about Guild Wars 3 and some of the exciting details about the game. This is the first in a
Is it PvP?
series of videos, blogs, and announcements we'll be sharing, and we hope that as you join us, you'll agree Guild Wars 3 is shaping up to be an entirely new and special MMO for series veterans and newcomers to the Guild Wars franchise alike. Let's start at the beginning. Why set Guild Wars 3 in Ore? For newcomers to Guild Wars, it's a fresh start. Both existing games happen after, so it's a clean slate for everyone. And for our existing Guild Wars community, this is an era central to the Guild Wars universe. The lands of Ore have waters that run deep across the franchise, from the Char invasion and the Vizier's connection to Ore in Guild Wars Reforged, to the sunken ruins of the once great nation raised from the ocean floor by the Elder Dragon Zhaitan in Guild Wars 2.
Like, I do like the idea, but at the same time, it's crazy how big Tyria is. Like, they have so many areas that don't even exist in any games. Like, there's a whole map, a world map, I guess, with so many interesting locations. And then we go back to Ore that we've seen like for so many hours. It's gonna be very different, of course, but there's gonna be a lot of stuff too that we already know, just in a different kind of light. But I'm kind of sad we are not gonna see something entirely new. Probably in the future, who knows? But there are so many interesting areas. I don't know. If I remember correctly, there was something a while back where people actually wanted to see original Ore rather than raised Ore. I'm not too familiar with that. I don't know what the different. Oh, you mean like raised as with the zombies? Uh, yeah, that they're gonna get this, and it's interesting. It is, but there's so much opportunity to do other stuff too. But we'll see. It's definitely gonna evolve, and we're gonna see different locations in the future. And I do hope it's gonna be new locations. Also, what do we think? Is there gonna be Lion's Arch again? Like maybe the creation of Lion's Arch, like a first iteration, or not?
Ore is where the gods lived and left. So many mysteries, untold stories, and questions across 21 years of games all arise from Ore. We know for our existing Guild Wars fans, the opportunity to explore these formative years, to speculate and theory craft together, to unravel the mysteries long hidden in Tyria's past will be incredibly compelling. But it's not just a chance to experience some of the big stories lost to history. It's also the opportunity to unveil countless stories we haven't teased before, characters you've never met that bring the golden age of Ore to our timeline and to life. To our new community members, welcome to Tyria! We're expanding our reach with Guild Wars 3 and inviting a brand new generation of gamers to join us for this launch, our first in more than a decade. Players on PlayStation 5, on Steam, and around the world will be able to join those playing on their ArenaNet accounts from the very beginning, setting this up to be by far the largest day one launch in Guild Wars franchise history. You will
Ooh,
all share the same world together. And as this
ooh,
timeline is
ooh! Many words. Is or not a very small map? It's definitely gonna be a very different from how you imagine it. It's gonna be a big open world with like areas that you know. There's gonna be new stuff in there, or like a different interpretation of what we already had.
one that's new for everyone, you don't need to have played any Guild Wars game to jump right into Guild Wars 3 and be on equal footing. Of course, if you are a new player and would like to start exploring the Guild Wars universe today, there's no better time than right now. We highly recommend you check out Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 1. We're
I need
doubling
to play
down
Guild
on our
Wars
mission
1.
to support all of our Guild Wars games into the future. Guild Wars 2 will continue to grow and expand with new content, storylines, characters, and locations to come beyond the release of Guild Wars 3. We are intentionally leaving Guild Wars 2 room to breathe, free from the traditional constraints of a sequel that would follow it. We look forward to telling stories in Tyria far into the future and across several timelines with its epic lore.
Hi everyone, I'm Bobby Stein, Studio Narrative Director here at ArenaNet. This timeline is incredibly exciting for all of us on the narrative team. In the past, we've told a lot of stories where the stakes kept escalating, centered around globe-spanning, world-ending threats. Those stories have been an important part of Guild Wars, but as we started thinking about the future of the franchise, we found ourselves more interested in curating a different kind of experience. Instead of focusing on a planet embroiled in war, we wanted to show conflicts between guilds and other forces operating in this territory.
Oh, actual real Guild Wars. Confirmed. Confirmed. He said it. It's actual Guild Wars. That's insane.
Guild Wars 3 begins from a much more grounded place, during a time of rapid change, where magic is a powerful commodity. It's a story about Orr, the people who call it home, and about the Veil Wardens, a guild struggling to reclaim their prominence in a land that's changing. Instead of fighting distant threats or abstract villains, we want to make sure the things you do have an immediate impact on the people who matter. Guild Wars 3 takes place over 1,000 years before the events of Guild Wars Reforged. Orr is entering its golden age, when the human gods entrust guilds to cultivate the land and protect its inhabitants from wild beasts and competing interests. It's a time of rising tensions, when magic is unobtainable by most, entrusted only to guilds that the High Council and the human gods choose. It's coveted by those who would misuse it, sometimes falling into the wrong hands and leading to disastrous outcomes. Above the dense forests and the wild plains, the shining city of Arra floats majestically against the clouds, visible from every direction.
That's what I meant.
It's a
like the forest you just mentioned is gonna be completely new, and then you see Arra and you're like, oh my, I know this location. It just looks different, but I recognize it, right? It's gonna be very recognizable, except for all the parts around it. So I think we're gonna get a huge open world, but we'll see.
source of comfort to some and a threat to those who have fallen from divine favor. Under the city's shadow, farmers tend land and livestock to sustain a growing population. But rising tensions and unexpected hardships have everyone seeking help. Most turn to the Order of the Veil, the oldest guild on Orr, to aid them in their time of need. However, recent events have caused the Veil Wardens to lapse in their duties. Not out of dereliction, but from exhaustion. There's simply too much land to cover and too few hands to pitch in. We're building a version of Orr that's more layered and more detailed, more interconnected than anything we've done before. It's a world that we can continue to build on and evolve in meaningful ways as the game grows, breathing new life into familiar spaces and characters, and giving you more reasons to return. We can't wait to tell you more about Guild Wars 3.
Then just say it. Just tell us everything. Why do they need to wait?
But you'll have to wait for future reveals to learn more about the lore, characters, gameplay, and systems we've been cooking up.
Had to flash
Until
that he's
then,
wearing Ray-Bans.
May the Six watch over you.
Oh! May the Six watch over you. Guild Wars 3. Oh my, oh my. Oh my, oh my. I like the lore. I did play up until like the last 3 expansions. I played every piece of story. I read 2 books and I never read. I can't even read. But I did read 2 books. And I think there's a 3rd book. Maybe I should buy it. So I was very interested in it, but it's not like... I'm more of a features guy though. I want to know features. And they should just put anything out there. Maybe just start with the combat system. They should be able to at least talk about it, right? They talk a lot about the gods, so there's a good chance Abaddon will be part of it to an extent. I do think, isn't it like timeline wise? I might be wrong here, but isn't it timeline wise that all 6 gods are gonna be like alive, and we're gonna meet them? Or am I wrong here? Because I'm not sure. They're gonna be a huge part of the story though, which I like and kind of dislike, because the gods were such a mysterious thing in Guild Wars 2. I don't know how it is in Guild Wars 1. I never played it, but in Guild Wars 2 they were such a mysterious thing. You know, they're like everyone knows them, and now they're doing the same thing again. Same story, kind of, just like a different timeline, but kind of the same story again, you know. Not something original. That can be good. It can also be bad. I don't know. I'm very open to both options. Of the original gods, Abaddon was there, right? Before Cormyr? Yeah, I think something like that. Isn't Abaddon also, if I remember vaguely, didn't the original Abaddon get killed? And then someone else was Abaddon? Didn't something like that happen? Someone took over? It was Cormyr? Oh. So Cormyr killed Abaddon and then took his place. Mm. Yeah, maybe we're gonna see that live and in color. Alright. Alright, I mean, that was a short video. I'm very curious what the next one is gonna be. I hope it's features. Anything. Anything. Just say raids or something. Or no, you know, I'm interested in is how many people are we potentially gonna see at the same time? Is it just 8? Is it more? Are there like big events, like with 50 people or even more? Or not? Is it gonna be an MMO light where you have a hub and outside in the world you're kind of alone? That's what I want to know. That's the one thing I'm most interested in. And then PvP. Yeah, what we're gonna see. Next video is gonna come out hopefully very soon. I'm scared. Considering it is guilds, there's also a chance that different guilds will be fighting each other, so maybe different factions with open world PvP. Possible, but I think not likely to happen. Maybe, actually. Maybe. I like the idea, but the way the announcement trailer happened, and like, I mean, we can go to the website. And where it says strictly join the Veil Wardens and not like join one of the guilds or something. It seems like you're locked into one guild and everyone is part of that. But who knows? Maybe there's some conflict in oh. What if one of the guild wars was actually we're all part of the Veil Wardens, and at some point there is a big fight inside the guild and it's splitting apart, and then you join a faction. That would be interesting. They're never gonna do that though, I think. Because that would be too much. I mean, they were so specific with their wording when they said stuff like players don't want conflict or something like that. Or friction. They just want to play together. That was already, like, for me, clear. There's not gonna be PvP. And there's not something like that gonna happen in the game where you have to decide, do I want to play with these people or with these people? Yeah. It doesn't look like Veil Warden is a guild in itself. It is. They said so. They said so. It's a guild. So yeah, to me it's very clear it's not gonna happen. But I do like to be surprised.